Okay, good. So now I'm going to just share my screen here and we'll jump into this. There's the, come on, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so you're going to get a little bit of an intro to BioField Clearing. I know Linda is one of my master practitioners as well, so she might have some insights to share too. So I welcome you to tonight's little meeting. And I'm going to do a clearing for everybody too on what really keeps us from being powerful and successful. Okay. So I want to welcome you guys. I really appreciate you joining me here today. And as a bonus, I'm going to offer a special BioField clearing for all the people watching the webinar tonight on what keeps us from being powerful and successful. Because it's something we all want to a degree, right? Some more than others, I suppose. So stick around. We'll see if we can magically shift some things here. So today you're going to discover how you can help yourself as well as others and identify and clear out many old issues that really get caught in our DNA, really get stuck. And hello, Robin, welcome to you. So, and these things, these old issues that we have cling to our DNA, but they usually work behind the scenes to limit our ability to create the life that we truly want, we truly desire, right? So we are all being called to transform and evolve to a new level of participating on this planet, a higher dimension of being, and really playing at a whole new level. So what if you could identify and clear a number of blocks, a number of limitations, subconscious beliefs, traumas, stuck energy in any area of your life? What if you could identify them, clear them out easily, safely, and completely? You know, as we're being called to kind of shift to a higher dimension of being, we really can't take all this old baggage that's come with us. You know, humanity, if you think about it, has really been a fairly traumatized species for thousands of years. So we have a lot of stuff to work through. So what if you could accelerate your clarity, uncover your true purpose, raise your frequency, release your limitations, manifest whatever you want? And of course, we can do that. But there's a trick, right? There's no limit to what you can really experience. It's really up to you and you decide. So it's more than just doing positive affirmations or clearing emotions. Let me close my door all the way here. People talking in the other room here. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize my door wasn't shut all the way. Welcome to Lisa as well. Yep. So it's really more than a mindset. It's more than just doing affirmations or clearing trapped emotions or doing tapping, you know, having a positive mindset. All those things can be really helpful, of course, but they don't really mitigate any underlying limiting beliefs, the core fears, the blocks, the inherited patterns that we have. So wait till you see just how much can be hidden in our subconscious and unconscious field. If you never want to feel stuck again or have the same type of patterns keep repeating themselves, then you need to find out how to clear them and how to identify them. So my name is Dr. Jane Smolnik. I've been working in the holistic health field for over 30 years. I'm a naturopathic doctor, which is a doctor of natural medicine, iridologist, certified intuitive healer, master herbalist, quantum energy healer, and a licensed avatar master. So I've always been passionate about exploring our metaphysical and consciousness abilities and expanding our awareness to unlimited realms. I mean, since I was a kid, I was fascinated by how we were created and what we could create. But clearing out old beliefs and exactly how we create our reality is important. So I had extensive training starting in 1990, and I'm licensed to actually teach experiential courses, and I did for a number of years, on how we can utilize our consciousness deliberately and actually create our lives intentionally. So I realized that to truly heal on the deepest level, every single one of us needs to do our inner work of clearing out the old negativity, the old traumas, the judgments, fears, limitations, blocks, inherited patterns, and more. All these things constantly bring our vibration down. So with all the training, I developed this powerful new technique called BioField Clearing. And I'll tell you how that came about in a little bit, but I've been using these charts for a number of years. And it's really a greatly needed service for humanity right now because it can help you and everyone else. So what I discovered is that healing is not about taking the right medicines or vitamins or herbs or CBD or changing the diet drastically or doing constant affirmations. All those things certainly help to support the physical body, of course. But as you know, we are much more than just physical beings. You know, we have an emotional body and a mental body and a spiritual body. So this goes much deeper than you can imagine. What if you could easily and quickly identify what's behind every illness, every pain, every relationship challenge, financial blocks, self-sabotage, addictions, and more? What are you truly healing in this lifetime? What are your major concerns? So clearing is like peeling away layers of an onion, going deeper and deeper to get to the core of the issue and release it for good. If you're a health practitioner or an energy healer and you have clients who never seem to truly heal, or maybe even yourself, you know they also have underlying issues that need to be identified and cleared. This can help your practice tremendously, as well as your personal life as well. So do you have limits? First of all, I believe that we are actually totally unlimited beings. In fact, my powerful insight back in the 90s when I did a ton of training on this was even my degree of certainty in my unlimitedness is unlimited. I became more and more certain the more I did it, you know? So think about that. We just keep expanding further. And there's no end, just like there's no end to the internet, right? You don't get to the end and say, oh, I got it. I know it all. I'm done. You know, that would be nice, but we just don't get there. So I believe that each one of us comes into this lifetime with certain things that we choose on a soul level to work on and to heal. Things that happen clinging to our DNA, limiting our success. They may be things that we inherited from our family, our ancestors, you know, unresolved past life issues. It could be a number of things. And they're often buried in our subconscious field, and they exert themselves by default as we go about trying to create a healthy, happy, productive, fulfilling, and joyful life. You know, we all want that, every single one of us. We're all trying to relieve pain and suffering and really trying to have more joy and happiness in our life. But what gets in the way? So what's in your DNA? Did you know that we have over 25,000 to 35,000 building blocks in your DNA? Every cell in your body has the exact same DNA. It doesn't matter if it comes from the tip of your nose or the tip of your toe. It holds the blueprint for your entire life, both positive and negative patterns. Can we shift it? Can we clear it? Absolutely. That's where the future of healing lies. That's been my passion for a number of years, healing all the way down to the level of the DNA, not just the physical body. So it's kind of like life is the tip of the iceberg. What we're aware of is the top. It's only 10% of what's really going on. Underneath it all, what that we don't see is the subconscious mind, the unconscious mind, the ancestral patterns from all our ancestors and cultures in the world, past life traumas, and even our Akashic records, which are our soul's records of all lifetimes. So we can have old traumas from our earlier life. We can get them prenatally, inherited, and even passed down from our ancestors and clinging to our DNA. We can have core fears, trapped emotions, inner challenges, all forms of self-sabotage, as well as addictions that keep reappearing. Anything can come up. So we can have blocks in our organs, our tissues, our glands, our chakras, our energy field. And do you know what? They're associated with every single disease, every chronic pain, every limitation. You know, we can have these energies that just don't clear up very easily. Our thinking ego mind, right? Our thought processes, We have our fears and our doubts and our worries and our judgments and our limitations, all this stuff. And it really muddles up our view of reality, as well as our ability to create what we truly desire. Makes it more challenging. So as an example, have you ever tried to create a truly successful and abundant path in your work life? You know, following your passion, doing what you love, only to discover that you have an underlying unconscious belief that you're not good enough, or you don't really deserve it, or you're not respected enough, or maybe you're not smart enough. You know I have. I've been kind of following my passion and my intuition and my instincts for years, learning all these different things that I was drawn to. And I kept hitting a glass ceiling. So perhaps there's a real block in the root chakra or the heart chakra and blocking your ability to receive or to have abundance come into your life. You know, I know for me, it was a real challenge that was actually handed down from many generations in my family line. I come from a long line of entrepreneurs as well, and there have been a lot of challenges there. So what I found was no matter how passionate I was about creating the life of my dreams, my true passions, I always seemed to reach this glass ceiling. I felt tethered, like I had weights holding me back from really taking off and flying as high as I wanted to go. And I was really caught in a loop. It was like, oh, what's going on? How come I can't change things? So I started exploring and doing a ton of different trainings. You know, do you know, I believe every single one of us on this planet has things to release, some negative influences that limit us. We come in, every single person comes in with their own challenges in life in order to work through them. As an iridologist, I used to see this when I'd photograph the eyes, I could tell. There can be many layers of fears, doubts, circumstances, traumas, beliefs, even cultural traumas that can follow us around if they're not being truly healed. Just waiting for the miracle of release, healing, acknowledgement. So we're now in a time of rapid expansion and growth as we're being called to achieve increasingly higher states of greater awareness and sensitivity. You guys might be aware of that. The veils are thinning. You know, people are awakening all over this planet. And there's many different degrees of awakening. Of course, everybody feels like they're aware, but we are to a certain degree. But we can keep connecting more. We can keep expanding our awareness even more. Hi, Betty. So,
Sorry, I was having computer problems.
oh, that's okay. So what I found was one night when I was sleeping, my guides made it very clear to me that I actually needed to teach this to other practitioners so they could offer it too. And I thought, oh my God, that was a brilliant idea because I was using these charts for a number of years. And I thought, God, everybody needs to do this work. So I was thrilled when they gave me that idea. And they actually helped me fine tune this course and to be available to anyone who wants to learn it, whether for personal use or to get certified to use with others. So how do we do it? First, we find out what are your top 3 main concerns in life. You know, it could be you have a health issue, chronic health issue. Look at how many people have what we call autoimmune conditions. You know, it could be a chronic pain, relationship issues, financial challenges, self-sabotage, insomnia, anxiety, could be absolutely anything. Everyone is entirely different. So with your permission, we take a moment first to offer a simple prayer to connect to the divine, your higher self, your own inner guidance system to request their loving, compassionate assistance. We call on your guides, your angels, your archangels, and all that, and thank them for being there. This work can also be done with anyone, anywhere in the world. One of the things, I went to school years ago, back in like 99 and 2000 for intuitive diagnosis. And what I found was we could bring in, with somebody's permission, the energy pattern from anyone, anywhere in the world if we knew their name, their age, and their location. That was like their identity signature to bring them in. Because you could have somebody that lives in a major city with a fairly common name, and there can be several people with the same name. So we really have to just get those things. And then we can just call on their energy field and we can ask very clear and specific questions and also work on it. So it's something that can easily be done long distance. So then we use the first 12 charts to quickly and easily identify what's holding you back, what's blocking you, and how far back does it go. It can be a trauma from this lifetime, something that happened prenatally when you were in the womb. It can be an inherited influence from your family side. We can determine, was it your mother's or your father's side? And how many generations back does it go? Sometimes it can go back 20, 30 generations, even more. And that may only be several hundred years. Even ancestral patterns and cultural patterns. You know, our ancestors are more of a collective consciousness field. Think of all the different cultures on this planet who have been through all kinds of traumas and wars and genocide and, you know, earthquakes, all kinds of stuff. When there is a shock that gets stuck in the energy field, a trauma, if it doesn't get healed, it gets passed down to the next generation to heal. But it comes in on an unconscious level. But it shows itself as kind of like a transparent filter that we see our life through, such as, you know, life is stressful, or, you know, I don't have enough power, or whatever it is. It could even be unresolved past life issues that you still haven't completed, that you brought into this lifetime. Could be anything. So here are some of the charts that we use for clearing. We can check what are the emotional challenges that are stuck in your body, any core fears, and these all have their own list of things that we can determine. What inner challenges are you going through? What limiting beliefs do you have? What realm did it come from? What do you have an archetype that needs to get cleared? Maybe you have an archetype of being a victim, or being a warrior, or being the king in charge of everybody. Do you have blocked energy in your body? Any of the organs or glands? Do you have a particular blockage to self-empowerment? What keeps you from feeling empowered? Do you have any relationship challenges that keep happening over and over again? What about stuck energy in the chakras, the energy systems in the body? Are there any addictions to release? Do you have any identities, persistent identities that need to be cleared? It could be anything. So once identified, we use ancient Egyptian healing pendulums. This is one of them, based on sacred geometry, and they're very specific techniques that we use to create a powerful magnetic vortex, to go down deep into the energy field to clear out or neutralize the challenge, right? We go down deep, all the way down to when it was first created, and release it from all time, space, and dimensions. We can clear a number of items actually very quickly in one session. Sometimes you'll clear 10, 12 items very easily. We just keep going through it. And then once everything's cleared and we really have a lot of open space, then we use another 6 charts that are the positive healing charts to identify and infuse what positive influences, what empowering beliefs, what is needed for your inner healing, what virtues are your true gifts, and what is needed for you to master for your infinite beingness. And we use a special healing spin and a special pendulum to infuse that in your energy field and lock it in. These are some of the inner healing charts. What's needed to improve my life? There's a whole list of things that could come up. Any empowering beliefs that are going to be very beneficial for you. And we're basically asking your guides, your higher self, your innate intelligence, they're guiding us into what it is that would be helpful for you. What areas do you need to explore for self-empowerment? What are the virtues you need to master? What do you need to master for your infinite beingness? And what are your inner healing keys? We have 21 inner healing keys that are kind of like practices that would be very specific for you to really help you to heal on a different level. So this is another powerful tool that we use. This is called the golden hue pendulum, and it infuses your energy field with this healing, balancing energy of the divine golden light. It's one of the highest frequencies that it gives off, and it gives off a tremendous field. These rings at the top, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are amplifying rings that amplify the energy out. Like I said, we use a specific technique and bring in that positive energy. So So, you know, knowing that as we infuse this energy, it's the highest aspect of your true self that's in alignment and expression with your inner soul. It fills you with rich fulfillment, true and lasting healing into your life in every way. And we kind of lock that in, infuse it. So if you're ready, I invite you to participate. If you want to learn this, it's a course of true self-evolvement. And there's nothing else you have to prepare for. So you want to transcend your limits. Only you can decide how far you want to go, how quickly you want to go. You have that choice. You can go as far as you want. You can do as much as you want. I mean, I've done a tremendous amount over my life, and it was amazing. My life shot up like a rocket. You can watch your life blossom as you experience more insights, more power, more love, more clarity, more peace, more joy. Are you ready to go much further in your life? Does it kind of give you chills? Does it seem like something you're drawn to? So let me know if you do. It'd be interesting. So let's do a clearing. Okay, I promised you guys I'm going to do a clearing on what keeps us from being powerful and successful. I figured that's something that just about everybody wants. Okay, and it's not about having the best affirmations, but let's identify what's underneath it for every single one of us on this webinar to see what's blocking you. So I'm going to test and clear several issues for the group. So I actually just did some and brought some up, but I want to try it again, just based on who's here. And let me just ask, based on what's keeping us from being powerful and successful, anything here? I get a yes. Okay. 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 So what comes up is feeling conflicted. Do you ever feel conflicted? Like there's a part of you that really wants this, you really want to be successful, but you don't really know if you want to work that hard or if you want to do this or do that. Like we're just conflicted about it. Does that make any sense to anybody? Do you ever feel conflicted?
Yes.
Yeah. You may or may not know what it is you want, but let's do a clearing on this. So I'm going to use this particular pendulum. If you'd like, you're welcome to just close your eyes, take a deep breath, breathe deep into your body and relax. I'm going to create it's kind of like a tornado vortex. So for everyone here, do I have your permission? You can put your hand up and say yes, if you do.
Yes.
If anybody doesn't want to be cleared, you can always just cross your hands over your heart. That's fine. Okay. So for everyone present here today, okay, let's create this powerful magnetic vortex to go down deep into your energy field to draw out, clear, and neutralize any energy around feeling conflicted. Let's clear it from every memory, every event, all time, all patterns, all circumstances, allowing it to go all the way down to the core when this was created. Okay, so let's lift it up and clear this emotion out of your energy field, out of your cells, organs, tissues, glands, meridians, mental and emotional body, and even your DNA. Just neutralize the frequency, the pattern, and energy from all time, all space, and all dimensions, knowing it no longer serves your highest good. Allow it to clear easily, safely, gently, and completely. For this, we are grateful. All right, so let's ask, what else needs to be cleared related to what's keeping us from being powerful and successful? And what I come up with next is we have a blockage to self-empowerment. Every one of us here might have a blockage to self-empowerment, and it is feeling unworthy, that we're not worthy of being truly powerful, truly successful. Does anybody ever feel like that? We can have so much, but maybe not a ton, or as much as we would like. There's always more. So let's clear that as a block, okay? So take a deep breath. You can close your eyes if you want and feel into the energies. We create this magnetic vortex to dissolve, neutralize, and transmute all blocks, all trapped energy, all traumas, any energy at all that is keeping you from feeling unworthy. Let's release any and all emotions or negative energy related to this and allow it to clear and flush out the entire area, anywhere that's being held in your body, easily, safely, gently, and completely, knowing it no longer serves you. All right, and now we're going to do a healing spin into the body. Now we see an increase in the flow of energy into your body, helping you feel more empowered as we strengthen and energize this area, increasing the flow and function to a healthy state once again. Transform any old stuck energy to awaken and energize this area. Empower your body, empower your mind to its fullest state of potential for your highest good. And we thank you for this release and this clearing. Okay. Now, I was asking, and what I was guided to in the charts was there was a limiting belief that many of us have that can keep us from being powerful and successful. And the belief that popped up was, I'm afraid of the unknown. Okay, so we often are more comfortable with where we're at and what we know. You know, what if you were to really go up to much higher and higher domains or higher and higher levels? We don't really know what that's going to be like. When we have unknowns in our consciousness, sometimes we don't know how to traverse it, how to get past it to what we really want. So unknowns can create a bit of a block there. But this is a belief. Does anybody ever feel like they have that belief, like I'm afraid of the unknown? We're more comfortable with what we know. You know, we kind of have the same things going on. All right. Well, let's clear this. So for everyone here, let's create a magnetic vortex to go down deep into your energy field. Take a deep breath and feel into it as we draw out, tag, and neutralize any thought, any belief around being afraid of the unknown, being able to traverse that very easily. Let's clear it from every memory, every event, all time, all patterns, all circumstances, allowing it to go down to the very core of when this was created, where it first showed up for you. Okay. And now we're going to lift this energy up out of the energy field, out of your organs, tissues, glands, cells, meridians, your mental body, emotional body, your energy field, as well as your DNA. Just transmute, neutralize the frequency, the pattern, the energy from all time, all space, and all dimensions, knowing it no longer serves your highest good. Allow yourself to safely go beyond the unknown, allowing that to release easily, safely, and gently. And for this, we are grateful. Thank you. All right. Now, I also asked what else was showing up for everybody. So that was keeping us from being powerful and successful. And what was coming up was to release and deactivate all suppressive energies and impediments. So what is suppressing you? What is impeding you? So if you want, think about that. Think about what that might feel like. Anything that suppresses you or impedes you, impedes your success. Now, let's release and deactivate that. All right. So if you want to, close your eyes, feel into the energy as we now create a powerful multidimensional vortex for everyone here today listening. Right? Let's go down to your energy field, into all time, all space, all dimensions, all layers, all lifetimes, releasing and deactivating any suppressive energies, any impediments, anything that keeps you from being successful, that keeps you from being powerful. Let's allow them to release. Allow them to release and include any energies related to this. Release them now, going back into the light, being released for the highest good of all. We allow them to be cleared and deactivated right now, easily, safely, gently, and completely. We allow this process to continue until it's absolutely complete for every single one of us. And for this, we are truly grateful. Thank you. Okay. All right. You guys doing okay? I have one more here that showed up for us. What came up when I asked again, what keeps us from being powerful and successful? And just about all of us have stuck energy in our base chakra, our root chakra, which is your energy center. And it's what we call an ancestral miasm, which is kind of like a toxic pattern, an old toxic pattern. You know, think about your ancestors that went back hundreds of years, maybe even thousands of years. Think of the challenges and struggles they've been through, you know, and the traumas, the conflicts, the survival issues. Survival issues are a big one. You know, they went through a lot. And these things get trapped in the energy field and get trapped in the DNA, and we bring it in. And our little soul says, I want to heal, I want to clear this. And we work on these things. That's mainly the purpose of our life, is to really get more into alignment with who we truly are and release all these things that pull us off center, pull our vibration down, so we can really truly go to higher levels. So let's clear this ancestral miasm out of the base chakra. All right. So if you want to, take a deep breath. You may want to breathe deep all the way down your spine and go all the way down to the very core, or down to your root chakra there, base chakra. Okay. So feel into the energy as we create a magnetic vortex to dissolve, neutralize, and transmute all blocks, all trapped energy, all traumas, all negative influences in this root chakra. Let's release any and all emotions, any and all negative energies. Allow it to clear and flush out the entire root chakra for everyone here, easily, safely, gently, and completely, knowing it no longer serves you. Allow it to release, allow it to clear, pulling that energy out, any negative influences that no longer serve you. Okay, now we're going to do a healing energy into the root chakra for everyone here. So feel into it, breathe into it. And now we see an increase in the flow of energy into this chakra as we strengthen and energize this area, increasing the flow and function to a healthy state once again, transforming any old stuck energy to awaken and energize this area. Empower this chakra to its fullest state of potential for your highest good. And we thank you for this release and this healing right now. Okay. All right, so that's just a few things. What I'd like to do is, I just want to see if I had, okay. What I'd like to do is, first of all, I want to ask, did anybody feel anything? You may or may not feel it right away. Did it make sense to you? Could you identify with it? You know? Now I want to add some positive energy for you in that space that we cleared. Let's determine what's going to be the most influential thing that we could all utilize. Let me go to my positive charts. So based on what is keeping us from being powerful, is there anything we need to improve our life? No. Empowering beliefs is a yes. Okay. Okay. Well, this is, of course, it's almost like too simple. It says, I am a powerful being. There are always solutions, always, always. So what if we were to take that energy of being a powerful being, feel what that feels like, first of all. Just take a moment to feel what it feels like to totally believe that 100%. Feel what the energy feels like, to feel like I am a powerful being. Feel what that feels like. Now, if you want, feel what it feels like to not have that belief. Feel like I'm not a powerful being. I don't have enough power. Feel what that energy feels like. Now, you may want to go back to feeling like I am a powerful being. So let's just use that one. I'm going to infuse it in your energy field here. Let's do this. All right. So you might want to close your eyes, feel into the energy as we now infuse your energy field for everyone here with the protective, loving, balancing, healing energy of the divine golden light, bringing in the energy of being a powerful being, knowing without question 100% that you are a powerful being, knowing that's the highest aspect of your true self. It's the full expression and alignment with your inner soul as it releases anything that's no longer serving you, but fills you now with rich fulfillment, true and lasting healing and inner joy into your life in every way, every single day. And for this, we are truly grateful. Let's lock it in. Okay. Let me just ask, if you are trying to be more powerful and more successful, for all of us here, is there any particular virtue that we're all here to master? Let me just see what shows up. Column 2. Okay. Can you guys hear my husband in the background?
No.
I do. I can hear him in the next room talking. It's like he's too loud. Okay, anyway. So the virtues you're here to master. Okay. Okay. I'm getting a couple of things here. So one of the things that's coming up here is deep trust. Deep trust. Do you know what that actually means? Deep trust is, and I think that this is a real core issue. It's a third chakra issue right in the gut of our being. And I think it's something that just about every single person on this planet is working on. Deep trust is how deeply can you trust yourself? For one thing, just think about your adrenals, right? That's in your third chakra. Fear is the opposite of trust. When you really trust everything, so many people, just about all of us, are stuck in a chronic stress response. How deeply can you trust yourself? How deeply can you trust your intuition? How deeply can you trust your innate intelligence? How deeply can you trust that you have a purpose here? How deeply can you trust that you have something to offer? How deeply can you trust that you will receive back everything you need to live, grow, heal, and prosper? How deeply can you trust the people closest to you? How deeply can you trust nature? How deeply can you trust your community? How deeply can you trust your governments? How deeply can you trust your divine self, your higher source? You know, how deeply can you trust? Can you trust that the universe is expanding exactly as it needs to be and it continues to? It doesn't go backwards and say, oh, no, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't go this way. It continues to expand no matter what, right? We're flowing in the right direction. We have a lot of light and energy and power and connection helping us with this. But we have to trust the process. We have to go along and trust the whole process. So how deeply can you trust? Can anyone resonate with that? That that's something that's, yeah, it's important for us all. All right, let me just see. I'll infuse that in a minute. What do you need to master for your infinite beingness? Is there anything that all of us need to feel more powerful and more successful? And I do get a yes for this chart. Let me just see what shows up. Column 3 says yes. Okay, what shows up is connecting with divine source. Are you fully connected with your divine source? Or we get pulled off center. We get pulled off center by our doubts, our fears, our concerns, our worries, our traumas, our struggles, our judgments, our emotions. Or are you really aligned with your higher source, your innate intelligence, your soul's influence, your higher self? So let's infuse both of those things into our energy field. All right, are you guys good with that?
Yes.
Take a deep breath, feel into the energy as we use this Infuse your energy field for everyone right here with this protective, loving, balancing, healing energy, bringing in divine golden light, bringing in the energy of deep trust, knowing you can trust the universe to unfold beautifully as it's continued to do for millions of years. Knowing that you are connected to your divine source, your innate intelligence, your higher self at all times. Knowing that this is the highest aspect of your true self. It's the full expression and alignment with your inner soul as it releases anything that no longer serves you but fills you now with rich fulfillment, true and lasting healing and inner joy into your life in every way, every single day. And for this, we are truly grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So we kind of lock that energy in. Just feel that energy. Let me just see if there's an inner healing key for everybody here. Let me just ask, guys, is there something here that would be beneficial for everybody? I do get a yes. Column 1, no. Column 2, yes. Okay. Okay. We're going to do this one little thing, and this is an inner healing key, and it's called self-support. So I'm going to ask you, each one right here, think about one thing that you've always wanted from other people in your life, from all your relationships. You know, it could be your family, it could be your friends, could be your partner, could be your work coworkers. Have you always wanted to feel appreciated? Or did you always want to feel loved? Did you want to feel heard? Did you want to feel acknowledged? Did you want to feel respected? Like, think of what is the one thing you've always wanted? Can you think of something?
Yes.
If you think of something, put your finger up and say, yep, got it. Okay. One thing that you've always wanted from others in life. Now, that is the one thing that you need to give yourself. So does anybody want to share what it is that they have wanted?
It's appreciation.
Appreciation. Great. Thanks, Rose. So, you know, we want to be appreciated, right? Just about everybody does. But we all have something that our soul kind of craves. So if you're always wanting others to appreciate you for all the things that you're doing, right? You might always be disappointed because for one thing, they don't know that. But it's an, you know, like an energy field that's wanting that. The minute you give that to yourself, you have to appreciate yourself, appreciate everything about yourself, appreciate all that you do, all that you are, all that you have, all that you desire. Appreciate that fully, appreciate yourself fully. The minute you give yourself that one thing you've wanted, you no longer need it from others. It takes the pressure off of all your relationships. So, and now you can feel more fulfilled. Does that make sense? So you might want to just make a note of that one thing you've always craved from others and give it to yourself generously. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to stop right there with that. But that was, did we infuse the deep trust? Yeah, we did. In the divine source. Okay, good. All right. So there's so much more to this, but if you want to know how you can do it, it's truly powerful, sacred work with any person at any time, no matter what their concern is or their question. Boy, the guides just go right into the charts and pull out stuff that they might not have even thought of. But all of a sudden, it's like an aha moment. Oh, yes, that totally makes sense. So you can easily do it for yourself anytime on anything. Plus, you can also decide to get certified as a practitioner if you want to offer it from others. So let me tell you about what I'm offering here if you'd like to. So BioField Clearing is actually, I've created this online class. It's 8 two-hour masterclasses. It's once a week to teach you how to do this. It includes all the instructions, the PDFs, the charts, the forms, the videos, everything you need, you know, as well as support to be able to master this for yourself so easily, as well as helping others through the process. So we have question and answer sessions, and you get to the replay for every class in case you miss it or if you want to review it. And you know, you can make a difference. Just about any health practitioner, anybody that's into energy healing might want to use this powerful program as part of their toolbox to assist in it. So how many people here have done something like Reiki? You know, some people have done Reiki. Some people have done emotion code work. Anybody do emotion code work? No? Okay. This goes so much deeper. I know that what we're doing can help you achieve a lighter, more joy-filled life so much easier and faster than you could on your own. Because when we get muddled up with our stuff going on in our personal life, I can immediately go to the charts and ask my guides, okay, what's going on here? What do I need to shift? What do I need to clear? And do the process. So even using this for your personal life on a regular basis is so well worth learning. So it's a powerful little process. And either way, it's just invaluable. If you want to be a certified practitioner, if you want to choose that, and I've got a couple of them on the class here, you'll be working with several other students as well as clients, giving and receiving sessions by phone to practice. You have 6 months. You do a total of 12 altogether. You do 3 with other students and 8 with other people, and then 1 with me. And you have 6 months after the course finishes to do it. It's easy enough to do. You also get a simple online exam that we review at the last class just to demonstrate that you have a clear understanding of how to do it. And we go over the ethics and legalities as well. But you get a beautiful certificate of mastery in BioField Clearing for those who complete the certification requirements. You don't have to be certified. Some people don't. It's totally fine. But the ones that want to be, that's great too. You can get listed on the website as a certified practitioner as well. And I have some now in a number of different countries, which is kind of fun. Different healers especially. So here's a few things that people are saying. So Dr. Jane Smolnik was nothing short of profound. When the guides, angels, masters, and even past relatives came forward, I could feel a surge of energy. Unconditional love was so very present, and there was no doubt in my analytical mind that this was very, very real. I learned a number of things that I needed to hear to progress in my path of spiritual evolution. And that's from my friend, Dr. Rivers. This one said, I've done emotional release, intuitive healing with others, but never got the results I have with Dr. Jane. She was spot on with the ages in which I experienced the shock or trauma without me telling her. She's very compassionate in the clearing process she used to make me feel like a huge weight was being lifted from me. I feel better emotionally than I have in years, maybe even decades. I highly recommend the process to anyone that's tried to change themselves or their life. Jessica said, what a wonderful experience I had with Jane. We dove into my past deeply and she guided me toward healing. We worked on clearing out childhood pain in order to make space for my partner and I to bring a child into the world. She got married and wanted to have a baby, and she was scared to death to get pregnant. So that month we conceived our first child, and I walked into the new light and healing. Thank you, Jane, for your work in this world. It's truly a gift. I encourage anyone seeking clarity, healing, and guidance to place their trust in this lovely woman. That was quite nice. Emotions are deep-seated and in many layers. I added many, but this treatment allows the mind to rest and the body to answer questions that Dr. Smolnik asks. The body lets it be known where healing needs to occur, and Dr. Smolnik simply takes care of it with this wonderful healing modality. I'm in awe, have experienced instant life shifts, and getting unstuck in places where I've been stuck all my life. Thank you so much. And this is from another naturopath in Montreal. I did have some experience with energetic healing in the past, but I could not imagine the complexity and profoundness of this biofield clearing technique. We're able to go so deep and identify all the blockages on my physical, mental, and emotional bodies. We're able to find and heal negative beliefs and thought patterns from my childhood, ancestors, and past lives. After we released the blockages, limiting beliefs, and emotional trauma from my chakras, I immediately felt so good and relieved. I highly recommend Jane and her method for everyone who wants to change their life by eliminating limiting beliefs, negative patterns, toxic attachments, fear, and insecurities. Thank you. Yeah, that was wonderful. So, I mean, those are just a few. There's more on the website if you feel like reading that. So what's your investment? I have to tell you, I spent a fortune over the last 30 years taking numerous courses and diving deep into discovering our creative conscious abilities. I spent $200 I mean, $2,295 on one course. That really shifted me. It was a week-long course, and then another $3,000 on the master level so I could be licensed to teach it. And then even $7,500 on the more advanced level, as well as other trainings of $6,000 and more. Plus, I actually went back and reviewed them, which cost more. Plus, you add in all the travel expenses, hotels, food, the time off of work, all on exploring the many different ways to expand our awareness and shift our life. And I was determined. I was even reviewing each course to go deeper and deeper. And that's what I really got. There's no limit. We can go as far as we want. We have no limits. We just have to take off the limitations, the blocks, the stuck energy, the fears, the old patterns. What happened? They all had value, but they fell a bit short. So instead of paying the many tens of thousands of dollars I spent over the years trying to discover how I can change my life, I developed this system, mainly for myself, and all these charts, and how to help others so much more easily, more deeply, and effectively. So time is of the essence now. No need to work on things for decades. You can really do it fairly quickly, fairly easily. Hello, Joanne. Okay.
Hi.
So I can teach you how to master this powerful system if you'd like. Plus, it's so much fun to learn. You can do it very easily at a very reasonable cost. I know Robin and Linda on here have gone through the training. Is there anything you guys would like to share or say that you learned from it?
Well, I know since I've taken the training, just I can't believe how much deeper and how much more transformative it's been for me, like clearing some really deep stuff. So I love it.
That's cool. Good, thank you. I don't know if Linda's still on here. I don't see her. Okay, all right. So can you afford to have your life keep going the way it is? It's totally up to you. And how long have you been working on trying to shift things? Your whole life? We're constantly working on things, you know? Like I said, there's no end. You don't get to the end of the internet. You don't get, you know what? I'm good. I'm perfect. You know, I still work on stuff that comes up, but it's not as often as it used to be. I feel so much more aligned, so much more empowered, more intentional about what I create. So if you're ready to heal and shift your health as well, you might want to. So what you get is basically 8 weekly master classes of 2 hours of live instruction, Q&A, discussions, and demonstrations. I do live sessions with the students during the classes. All the PDFs, instructions, charts, keys to inner healing, the session forms, the informed consent, feedback forms, all that stuff is included. You get a replay of the video instructions to review. There's a private Facebook group. We also have a monthly group Zoom meeting for all students and grads. There's a certificate of mastery or completion, marketing materials listed on the website for practitioners, plus you receive at least 3 sessions for yourself, sometimes more. So many courses like this can really easily go for $2,000 or even up to $5,000, but you won't even pay $997. Right now, it's only $777 for the entire program, including certification if you want. But I'm taking $100 off that right now, so it's only $677 right now. And you can even break it down to a couple of payments. You know, I had one student that came in, she was looking up BioField tuning and happened to see BioField clearing. So BioField tuning, basic training was $895. And then you had to take another class, and then the advanced class was I think it was $12.95. Same thing with emotion code. And she was like, you had to take all these different levels just to get certified. And this was only one course to get certified, and it cost a lot more, and you got a lot more out of it. So it's really not bad for an amazing tool to clear any block in your life. So the next course starts in a couple of weeks, in 2 weeks, March 23rd for 8 weeks. I'll be accepting a limited number of students for the upcoming class. Or you might have to wait till the following fall or next time I do it. So if you're interested, you're welcome to visit the website BioField Clearing and check out the course registration page for more details. But I want to give you guys a bonus just for hanging in there with me. Okay, if you want to experience a personal session for yourself, click on the link to book a session and tell me you watched this webinar. And you will get 20% off a personal 90-minute session with me as a thank you for watching this all the way to the end. So we go very specific and clear things just specifically for you, and we'll get very deep and personal, and just clear things as we go along, and then infuse all the positive energy as you realign. So plus you get a free ebook, It's My Time to Advance. So for a personal session with me, you go to my regular site. My website's ultimatehealing.com to book an appointment. So, and if you just tell me, you don't have to pay for it at the time. When you do it, say, yes, I watched your webinar, and I'll give you 20% off, okay? And it's also done by phone. I do a recording for you as well as you get your session notes. So if you want to listen to it again, you're welcome to. Sometimes very powerful info comes in from your guides, which is really kind of fun. You know, I'll get very specific messages. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. You can either ask them now, you can put it in the chat box, or you can even email me or call. Some people will do a free 15-minute discovery call with me to answer personal questions. So if you go to ultimatehealing.com, you can book that if you want to do a free personal call, or even just a session. What I also do is I offer blocks of sessions at a discount. So a 3-session package is $20 off per, so you get $60 off the package. A 6-session package is $40 off per session.
On the group parking, can I assist you?
Oh, somebody on the phone, or is that a question? Okay. Okay, got it. All right. So, and what I find when people do that and they really commit to going through a series, it's phenomenal, because we'll go through like a 6-session series and go deeper and deeper and deeper, and they're just transforming. We'll do it usually about once every 2 weeks, so they have time to integrate in between, and that's really extraordinary work. I love that. So if you have any questions, feel free to say or ask. Otherwise, I'm very honored to have you be here. I'm honored to share this with the world. What I see happening is over the next 5 to 10 years, especially, we are all shifting into this great awakening, but we can't bring our baggage with us. We have to lighten up. We have to increase our vibration and our frequency and be more aligned and stay, you know, more connected to our divine self. And that's where our true power lies. That's where our innate intelligence comes on board, our connection, our intuitive self, our connection to our guides. So, I mean, they really helped me tremendously to do this, but it's really been an accumulation of all my life's work. It's like I just take a little bit of all this stuff and say, okay, this is what we have to do, you know? And I do have to say, I mean, I've gotten guidance from my guides for many years, especially in my sleep at night is when I tend to get a lot of information. So anyway, I like teaching, and I like teaching this to people. So, well, there is a little chat there. I was looking for that. Okay. Yes, Moretta, I'm not sure what time you came on. Okay, you had the wrong time zone. Sorry, Moretta, but there will be a recording. So just so you know, I'm going to post the recording on my YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and look for Jane Smolnik, Smolnik, and it'll probably be tomorrow before I upload it, you can watch the whole recording, because yeah, you did miss some for sure. Was there someone else? Okay, just a few different yeses, hellos. Okay, good, great.
Jane,
You're welcome.
Jane, I have a question.
Yep.
I had invited a couple of friends to the course tonight. So if they missed it, which it looks like they did, they can check out the YouTube.
Yeah, what you might want to do, Robin, is you can even send them the link to the YouTube channel and say, hey, in case you missed it, here you go. You can watch it.
Okay. Great.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll post that in the morning there as soon as I get this all downloaded and stuff. So really, to me, this is a wonderful service for humanity, as well as to help us. You know, we're going to have a lot of people that are going to go through a number of different changes and fears. They need to kind of release some old stuff. We even get into, there's an advanced course too, with some other charts that we clear a lot of different cords, dark energies, old codons, codes basically in our DNA. We can activate and reset our DNA, activate our physical body, different things happening, you know, the emotional centers in our brain, and release all the stress cords. And there's just so much, which is really quite astonishing to me, because it took me by surprise. I didn't realize when the advanced course came in, it was like, I had no idea that we'd be doing this too. It was great. Right. Let me see. There we go. So if you want to, you can go to biofieldclearing.com. You're welcome to look up more info. There's some videos on there too. You can register for the class today. So I wish you guys all the best. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, or you can always email me or give me a call. My number is 828-777-JANE, which is 5263. All right. Any other questions while we're here? Did anybody notice anything, feel any energy that happened when we did a little clearing? Sometimes people do.
I had a lot of yawning. Some yawning definitely was releasing some stuff. So it's not because I'm
Yes.
tired. It was just I noticed
Yeah.
that kept happening during the whole process. So
Yeah, that's a great release. That's a great sign of release. Yeah,
Yeah, me as well. Yawning
Yeah.
and burping.
yeah, yeah, releasing energy.
Yeah.
That's cool. And just know that we infuse that energy in of being really connected with divine source and really going deeper into trusting. Trusting yourself, trusting your purpose, trusting your connection, trusting that you are a powerful being, trusting that you can do anything, right? And what was that belief that we had? Oh, I didn't write down the positive belief. Does anybody remember what it was? One thing I didn't write down. I think it was just, I am powerful. I am a powerful being. Feel into that
yes.
belief. Yeah. Good. Well, thank you, everyone. I appreciate you being here and taking some time. I was trying to go through it fairly quickly, so we didn't take up too much time, but I want you to get a real feel for it. So, and
Thank you,
hello.
Jane. Thank you.
Yep.
Jane.
Thank you. Did somebody have a question or just saying?
I just said thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Betty, Maria, Heather, Anita, Marietta, and Robin. Thank you all for being here. So I hope to see you again, and take awesome care of your wonderful self, okay?
Thanks.
Here. Bye.